Mr. Rajan Khinvasara, the man behind the face of this real estate giant company, Manisha Constructions, Pune. Born on the 24th August, followed his father's footsteps and entered this world of development, real estate, and constructions. Rajan Khinvasara is also an active member of CREDAI, Pune, the Builders Association of India, Hotel Association of India, and also the trustee of Marigold Balaji Mandir Trust, Pune. He is also the president of BSAM, Billiards and Snooker Association of Maharashtra, for 3 consecutive terms and also served as vice president for 2 terms. He has also held the position of president and vice president of BSFI, Billiards and Snooker Federation of India. During his tenure, Q Sports was included to be played in Indian National Games, which has to be held in Goa this October. He was successful in formulating and forming SAC committee in Dhaka.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us for this discussion with Q Sports Committee and giving us some major insights about your incredible journey. I would really want you to ask a few questions to you in order to tell us and tell the audience about your journey and about your time in the real estate field.
Okay.
So can you share with us a story of how you transitioned from your family's real estate business to becoming a prominent figure in the world of snooker today?
This is only because of the passion that I have developed from the sport, which has brought me to this level.
Alright, sir. So how do you balance the act of becoming one of the most top-notch real estate companies in Pune today and then also excelling at snooker?
As a coin has 2 sides.
Right.
And one side you make a mark in profession because it's a need of the hour, which is monetary. And money is used to use your own life in a beautiful way, better way. Materialistically, my business helps me, and mentally, my passion of sports. I believe that every person should have passion, and every person should also be a sports person if possible. That really gives a balanced life, concentrates beautifully on every human being, from materialistic, from business point of view, from health point of view, from mental states point of view, and lastly, as a sportsman, you'll always enjoy playing any sports, whether it is cricket, football, snooker, billiards, or anything. A sports into your body, or sportsman spirit, which we call, really helps every human being to lead a beautiful life.
So from what you're saying, I am assuming that the reason why you're so passionate about your sports is the reason why you can focus on your business, because mentally it helps you.
Absolutely, it is. As I said, a coin is not complete on head and tail.
Right.
I started by saying that you need money. For that, you need business. If everything is available for me, why would I do business and stop?
Right.
I would jolly well do what I feel like doing. If materialistic demands of every human being are met, why would you do business?
Right, sir. Definitely. So among all your achievements in the world of business and snooker, any one particular achievement that you famously want to talk about?
Job satisfaction.
Okay. Can you tell us a little more about it?
I could only say that I really got in business also. I'm very proud to make this statement as a businessman that whatever I have endeavored and I have done in business also, I've got job satisfaction out of business commitments and involvement in a business. I've done with a lot of integrity, which really gives you job satisfaction. In the same way, snooker, as I said, I would correct, I will make a little abbreviation into it. In snooker, it's a passion. When you are passionate about anything, you get a feel of total top of the world. You get a feel of a highest level of satisfaction, and you enjoy because you are passionate lover of that sport, or to that matter, any hobby.
Right. Got it, sir. Any memorable moment or match from yours, like as an organizer in snooker, you want to tell us about?
There are not many, as I've been organizing for the last 20 odd years, and I have organized so many tournaments. There are every tournament in fact is a real learning process, achievement into it. As you might be aware that me as a president and vice president as office bearer have organized and sponsored monitoring through 14 nationals. So just imagine me individually handling, along with my team though, but handling 14 nationals along with World Championships, Asian Championships, all put together about 22 tournaments. Don't you think that so many things have been, today also I can narrate of all this, tournaments, and they figure out to be my real remembering points. For example, I'll tell you, Indian Open, when we started in Delhi, I remember Aditya Mehta was a losing finalist. That moment I cannot forget, and from my memory, he was almost there to win the title, which would have been a real big, remarkable thing. Playing with the professional circuit, and it was the first time that amateur playing with the professional circuit, and the first length out of 5 lengths that we had organized with professional people playing all over the world coming to India and playing. That first tournament, Aditya lost on the final. That moment I still feel there were tears of joy and happiness both together. Tears because he did not get the gold medal, and happiness because he reached to that level.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for this prominent insight that you've given us. So, how did you initially get involved in Q Sports, and what drew your interest in snooker? If you could tell us a little about that.
As I said, one has to have a sports liking, and it gets developed slowly. And it happened with me also since 1986 when I became a member of Pune Club, and I started playing, and I took the sports very sportingly, and I used to play sports every day, and that's how I got involved into the sports, and people trusted my involvement into it to such an extent that since about 2014 till date, I am on office bearers, whether it's in the capacity of a Vice President of Maharashtra, or whether it's a position of a Vice President of BSF, that's Billiards Federation of India, or in both the organization as a President. I have been trusted by the fraternity in such a great way that I had no choice but to involve myself, which was giving me total great job satisfaction, or to derive a lot of satisfaction, which today also I have proved, and I feel that I have that kind of a zeal to work more and more for this sports, which for last 2 decades I have been doing it, organizing it, leading from the front, and I enjoy it, every bit of it. And this is just the midway. I have to go a long way.
Alright. So, are you interested in any other sport other than snooker?
I really don't have much time. Otherwise, I could love to play cricket too, and even other sports. Now the age also, though I will never be growing older, but definitely constraints are there physically. But snooker is such a game, I love it.
Alright. So, do you have a message to convey to young individuals who are aspiring and to excel in the game of snooker?
Snooker, it is. I've been to endorse your question in a proper way. We are trying to see that this sport is played at the school level. We are knocking at the doors of the organizations who would permit us to give permission to be academically played in the schools and colleges. So what I mean by that is, every child should play some sport. And if I have to talk about snooker, I can only advise a boy or a girl playing at the young age the snooker game will enjoy the lifelong, will get all the benefits of being a sportsman.
Right.
That is the basic criteria. If you are a sportsman, everything falls in place.
Right.
You get enjoyment, your character is changed if you are a sportsman.
Right. You get more discipline.
That is very important statement that I am trying to make, whether it's snooker, billiards, cricket, tennis or anything. One has to be a sportsman in his own way.
Right.
And from that angle, if I have to talk about snooker, every child should be playing a snooker or a billiards. So the qualities of being a sportsman comes into his system.
Right. All right. So, would you want to tell us a little about your experience as the president of the Billiards and Snookers Federation of India?
I've been working for this sport, playing this sport so extensively that all my records, all my statistically, all my points which I've been talking are totally the reason of being a office bearer. In particularly as a president, it doesn't make any difference whether I am a president, vice president, office bearer, or none of them.
Yeah.
I still can do what I have been doing from the day of my taking responsibility to do something for the sport till date and tomorrow on.
Right. So, when you thought of taking on responsibilities as the president or the vice president, I'm sure you must have faced a few challenges.
Oh, lot many challenges, as it's very difficult for me to make that statement right now, make that elaboration there right now. There are not many challenges. Basically, the basic challenge is money.
Okay.
There's zero money.
Okay.
When I say zero money, whatever government aids we get it, they are very, very insignificant, very, very insufficient. And that is the reason I had to pour from my pockets millions of rupees.
Wow, okay.
As I told you, Manisha Nationals were conducted by me for 14 years.
Wow.
Plus other tournaments, all world championships.
Right.
Indian Open, which I said right now, there were 5 lengths.
Right.
Asian championships, there were other world championships, under 19 and so many other championships which
Right.
have been organized, not by mere being an office bearer,
Right.
financially from my pocket.
Right.
To a certain extent, not totally I would say, but to a certain extent.
Right, sir. Got it. So, with such a busy schedule that you have, managing both, right, the way we call it the balancing act, how do you manage your time effectively to excel in your various responsibilities as a father, as a businessman, as a husband, as a sports player?
Very good question. It's a very mixed answer that I can give you. In most of the time where it is possible to delegate, as a father I cannot delegate, as a husband I cannot delegate, there are certain things which I can delegate.
Right.
So delegation is my real trump card.
Okay.
Which is very effective in business and organizational skills also. They are properly achieved.
Right.
If you really delegate, trust some people, put your ideas forward and get it going. As far as family is concerned, I am a family boy.
Okay.
Extensively every evening I am with my children, with my family. Not only family, but I am a very social animal.
Okay.
So I have extended family, which is all the human beings around me.
Wow.
My friends, my relatives, all people around me, whether it is a club, whether it is my professional associations, whether it's my family, whether it's anybody. As far as human beings are concerned, as I said, I am a family, I'm a social animal. I love to make friends and I try to see that this friendship is established and taken forward, and which doesn't happen.
Right.
By the way, you have to give time, which I really do give, and every evening on a weekend also, I try to be with my family and friends.
Okay. So that has given me a lot to take back and think about how I should be effectively managing my time henceforth. So your involvement in both national and international snooker events has been impressive. How do you think sports like snooker contribute to building international relations?
Any sports to that matter, always, as I said, always sportsman spirit if you have, whether it's any for sports, when you are playing sports, even if it's Pakistan, India also, there is an element of feel-good factor developing and the relationships and seeing that fellowship happens because of the sports. After sports, what do? You greet each other. You try to be integrating each other's hobbies together. See that you are together.
Right.
Like when all these cricketers and when our sports people also play in the arena. And after that they chat. Their fellowship is established. Friendship is established. Feel-good factor is there. There's no agenda, focused political agenda or something to be discussed. If at all, if it is discussed, it's only for sports. In a sports, there is no grey area.
It's only black or white. Got it, sir. So how do you think India currently ranks in Q sports on the global stage? What are your thoughts on the future of the sport in our country?
See, as far as the measure is concerned, our sport has bagged the maximum gold medals for this country, which to my knowledge is more than 60 gold medals, which no other sports in this country. Secondly, before this also, should mention that this sport, which very few people would know, is an invention of India. Billiards was played way back in 1875 in Jabalpur, invented in India.
Right. Wow.
Talking of future of the sports, I don't see anything short of getting the best in the world level. Yes, there is a gap between the professional circuit and the amateur circuit, which now we have started to get that gap reduced, and our boys have also now started to go play professional circuit also.
Wow.
Why I say professional and amateur is only the level of play is, according to me, a little different, which is getting matched. So you have players of international professional players like John Hodgins, Ronnie O'Sullivan, and so many other internationals professionally playing immaculate.
Wow.
So that gap is getting filled, and you have a lot of future, a lot of talent in India. Pankaj Advani, my young boy, has single-handedly got 25 plus gold medal.
Sir, do you think there is some sort of a stereotype built with this game, that it is a game for the rich?
Very, very good, appropriate question that you have asked. It should be communicated by me to everyone. This is the cheapest form of sports. And if you ask me why, it doesn't require anything other than like one table, which everywhere you have pool table also.
Right.
You just need 100 rupees in case if you are playing a pool table. But if you are a member of a club or anywhere, you can. Today we have a lot of training centers free of cost. We are offering, like one we have established in Dadar. Anybody can come and play free of cost and get trained during particular hours. Definitely conditions apply. But this is definitely a myth that it is a rich class. In fact, if you see today, all the parlors, all the shopping malls are being thronged by people who are playing pool table.
Right. So how do you plan to promote this game in collaboration with other clubs and other organizations? You said you're starting at an NG school level where it has to be a prominent game for all the students. But what about the collaborations with other clubs and other organization committees or anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah, we have been doing, you could see every month there are 2 or 3 tournaments in every clubs, in every cities. And all these clubs are organizing periodically, at least one tournament a year. So many clubs in Bombay, most of them are organizing tournaments. And I am very, very closely associated with all these clubs to help them organize such beautiful sport. Same thing happens in Delhi and other cities. In Indore today we are having 9-ball and 10-ball pool nationals going on right now.
Right, yes sir.
And every state is contributing to upliftment and organizing tournaments in spite of no money.
Wow, okay.
Which is a very important factor that one should realize. In spite of it not having money, all my office bearers, whether it is at district level, city level, state level, all the states in the country together and individually also are organizing these sports extensively in their respective states or cities.
Right.
And I'm very proud to say, when I was a president till last December, I could get the feedback from most of the states in the country wanting to and achieving targets of organizing tournaments, knocking at our doors to ask them to give them the permission to host nationals or any other tournaments.
Right.
So there is a competition to host tournaments, even if there is no money, but they try to beg, borrow, or steal.
Right.
And to that extent, fortunately, every office bearer of respective state organizing states or cities are till date successful to get sponsors, though there is very shortage of sponsorships for the sport. Unlike in cricket and football and other sports, we have tough nut to crack to get sponsors. That is the reason I was telling Manisha, my company has sponsored about 20 odd tournaments.
Right.
That is the basic reason. Otherwise, if others come forward, it would be very a happy note. And they have started to fall and come forward nowadays. We are getting a lot of sponsorships because we are trying to give them value for money for their investments. Right. And it is becoming more and more popular. Some 2 decades before, nobody knew what is snooker and billiards, as you rightly had asked me a question. It was treated as a rich man's play.
So would you want to mention about any particular upcoming event or initiative?
We are trying to take up Indian Open on the 6th length. And what I mean by Indian Open is my baby. When I remember first time we spoke about this amateur and professional circuit to come together way back about 7-8 years before when I was in London. And we had tied up with professional circuit in India to host combination of professional and amateur players in India. And we successfully organized 5 tournaments in India.
Okay.
Now 6th one, we are planning to have it happen very soon, and that is my focus right now, to see that Indian Open happens on the 6th time immediately.
All right, sir. My last question to you, sir. You said that you've had no formal training, despite all the success that you've had in the world of business, in the world of snooker. How do you stay curious and continue learning in both the professional suit and the snooker suit?
Come again, your question I didn't understand.
So we've been told that you've had no formal training with regard to in the world of snooker, right? So how do you still try to stay relevant and continue the learning process?
Your question, I will only say I am not a very good snooker player, but because of practice and something that I got it, but that is not my forte right now. I am developing good sportsmen and good players is my role right now. And as far as in business is concerned, the only trump card that I have is to derive job satisfaction from the job that I am doing.
Right.
When I am developing a real estate, I should develop a building or a shopping mall, an IT building in such a way that I am satisfied before a client is satisfied purchasing it.
Right, sir. We would love to see you play a few shots.
Why not?
We go there. Let's go.
Yeah.